Thanks so much for being with us this afternoon on Atlanta News First Plus. My name's Joy Lim-Nakrin. I just wanted to get on here and just share with you a bit of news that we're following right now. So a man who's accused of killing a pregnant woman, although the baby did survive, the man who's accused of killing that woman is expected to face a judge at any moment now. And we actually have a photojournalist at the courthouse where that is set to happen. But you may recall this story. So this is the man. This is the victim, but the man who's accused of killing that woman, 22-year-old Diamante Haycoats, is due in court today. At any moment now, we are expecting him to face the judge for his arraignment. He was arrested just yesterday for the death of 20-year-old Shania Rodriguez. Family members say he is the baby's father, and this pregnant woman was shot and killed earlier this month at the Brannan Hills condo. She was then rushed to a nearby hospital. Doctors conducted an emergency C-section. They were able to save this baby. Look at this baby, this newborn, fighting to survive after being shot. But the mom actually passed away a few days after the incident. Her mother, the child's grandmother, says that she actually saw some warning signs early on. Let's listen.
Upset for who it is. I am upset that now I'm gonna have to explain to my baby girl when she gets older that mommy's not here because daddy took her.
Yeah, very, very tragic story. And I want to let you know as well that several groups, including Moms Demand Action and other gun safety activists, they've been gathering today at Veterans Memorial Hall, calling for lawmakers to do more to stop gun violence. They say Georgia has some of the weakest gun laws in the nation, and that we need to adopt stronger measures to keep guns out of dangerous hands in this state. So again, the man who is now accused of killing the pregnant mom, set to face a judge at any moment now, and we're going to take you live into the courtroom just as soon as it happens.
Record these proceedings without having gotten that prior approval. Therefore, anyone else who has not gotten prior approval is currently recording. Your order to stop recording now. The strict prohibition on recording applies to any recording of these proceedings, including screenshots of photographs, and any unauthorized recording is not official, shall not serve as a transcript for appeal purposes, and can result in criminal contempt consequences. Now, as to this specific calendar, this is your first appearance hearing. It's not the trial of your case. It's what we call a non-evidentiary informational hearing to make sure that you understand what you were charged with, to advise you of your rights in a criminal proceeding, and to consider bond in your case. I'm not here to take any pleas or to determine whether anyone is guilty or not guilty, so we're not really here to discuss the facts of your case in any length. Please understand that not only is this calendar being broadcast over the internet, but also, as I said, being recorded by the court, so anything said could be used against you in later court proceedings. In some of your cases today, I cannot set a bond by law, or I might deny bond based on different circumstances. That doesn't mean that you can't ever get a bond. It means you will not get one today from this court. Your attorney will follow up with you about filing a motion for bond to be heard in Superior Court down the road. Now, I'm going to inform you of the rights that you have in any criminal case. You have the presumption of innocence unless and until the state proves the charges against you beyond a reasonable doubt at trial or until you enter a guilty plea. You have the right to have a jury or a bench trial, and at that trial, the state has the burden to prove every element of every charge against you beyond a reasonable doubt. You have the right to...
All right, so you've just been listening in to the activity there as we wait for the arraignment to happen for this man who's accused of killing a pregnant woman earlier this month. Again, we're waiting for 22-year-old Diamante Haycoats to be arraigned for killing 20-year-old Shania Rodriguez. And again, her child was saved via emergency C-section, but she passed away just a few days after that shooting. So we're going to monitor this, and as soon as this suspect is arraigned, we're going to take you live into DeKalb County Jail Courtroom A. As you can see, we are watching that. But we are also following a little bit of other news around the state at this time as well. So for the first time, people in Georgia's newest city, Mableton, are actually voting for their very first mayor, but already yet another candidate has dropped out. Atlanta News First reporter Rebecca Schramm has more on this story.
It was too late to change the ballots because they had already been printed, so they had to put up signs like this one letting everybody know that Ricky Dickens, one of the city council candidates, has withdrawn from the race. He only had one opponent, so Deborah Herndon will be the presumed winner for District 6. Turnout is slow. They maybe had a few dozen people show up on day one of early voting yesterday, but remember, there are more than 3 weeks of early voting leading up to Election Day, March 21st. Ricky Dickens is the 4th candidate here in Mableton to either withdraw from running or be disqualified because their checks for the qualifying fee bounced. Residents of this area voted in November to become a city. Mableton is now the largest city in Cobb County. Its boundaries include what were unincorporated areas between Austell and Smyrna. We spoke with one woman who was proud to cast her ballot for mayor and city council, even though she voted against cityhood back in the November election.
I raised 4 kids here, buried 2 kids here, so this is my home. And I'm going to do whatever I can to make it a better place.
I'm at the Mabel House Art Center. This is one of 2 early voting locations as residents of Mableton pick their inaugural leaders. We have a ton of information, including who the candidates are, on our website and our Atlanta News First app. In Mableton, Rebecca Schramm, Atlanta News First.
And meanwhile, one of Atlanta's wealthiest neighborhoods is a step closer to actually becoming a city of its own. 2 Buckhead city bills passed a Senate committee. One bill would let Buckhead residents vote on whether to actually break away from Atlanta, and the second would define how services and facilities are split. A possible breakaway could doom Atlanta's planned public safety training center, according to many. On top of losing Buckhead's tax revenue, the legislation would also divide all city-owned assets outside the Atlanta city limits. So certainly it's controversial, something that we're going to keep watching. Also want to remind you that we are keeping an eye on this DeKalb County Jail courtroom right now, where we are expecting 22-year-old Diamante Highcoats to be arraigned at any moment. He was just arrested yesterday for killing 20-year-old Shania Rodriguez. Remember, she is a pregnant mom who was shot and killed earlier this month at the Brannon Hills condos. She was rushed to the hospital at the time. Doctors conducted an emergency C-section, and thankfully they were able to save her baby. But she passed away just a few days after that. So this is, I'm going to show you an image of
Upset.
This is the suspect who is set to be arraigned at any time. Again, it's 22-year-old Diamante Highcoats, and here you see the victim, 20-year-old Shania Rodriguez. And apparently, according to the victim's mom, the suspect was actually the father of the child that they shared together. So as we wait for this arraignment to take place, just know that we're going to bring you any updates on this case as we keep following the latest.
It will be enough to violate your bond condition. Your bond may be revoked and you may be arrested again and face additional charges.
So if you're just kind of joining us right now, I just want to let you know we're keeping our focus right now on the DeKalb County Jail courtroom, this courtroom A that you're looking at, because we are expecting the arraignment of this man at any moment now, 22-year-old Diamante Highcoats, again, due in court. He is presumably inside that courtroom right now, but we're expecting him to be arraigned at any moment for the death of the killing of this young woman who you're seeing. Her name is Shania Rodriguez, 20 years old when she was killed earlier this month. Investigators say that the suspect and the victim shared a child together. That child saved by doctors via an emergency C-section when this young woman was shot. Unfortunately, she passed away just a few days later. The baby, still a newborn, fighting to survive all of this, as you can see. But that's why we're keeping an eye on this courtroom, DeKalb County Jail Courtroom A, for the arraignment of this suspect, expected to happen at any moment now. I just want to explain to you, we are keeping the audio muted. We're not broadcasting the proceedings related to other suspects, just kind of to be respectful of their privacy and so forth. But when this suspect, 22-year-old Diamante Highcoats, is arraigned, we are planning to bring you live coverage of that. All right, and we understand that Diamante Highcoats is now being arraigned for the killing of Shania Rodriguez. Let's listen.
On and if he's trying to bring him down, but they told me that he was being very combative, so I was going to ask if he can be reset for tomorrow.
All right, Madam Clerk, can we reset Mr. Haycoats for tomorrow? Yes, sir. Thank you. All right, his case will be reset for tomorrow, and we will see if it can be addressed tomorrow on tomorrow's calendar. All right, thank you all. All right, just so I know, do we have any legal line cases today?
That means we're going to be the breaking news for
Okay.
we could be sent.
All right, so I will take, do we have, is it one female with us today? Is that right?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'll take her case up first. So let me get it pulled up in my computer.
No, they sent me the.
All right, the first I have is Kenya Oliver. Good afternoon, Oliver.
At least it says it.
You were charged in case number 22-069936 with 2 warrants, terroristic threats and family violence battery. And warrant numbers 23W020185 and 186. And Mr. Casto, have you had a chance to go over the charges, or someone from your office had a chance to go over the charges with Ms. Oliver?
Yes, Your Honor, that is a standing waiver for all of my clients.
All right, thank you. Ms. Oliver, and are you waiting for reading the charges with Mr. Casto?
Yes, Judge.
All right, so Ms. Oliver, your attorney indicates that they've had a chance to go over the charges with you and are waiting for a reading of the charges into the record. I have received notice from the parties that there's a consent order in this case, is that correct, for $2,000 total? Hold on, ma'am, hold on, you don't need to answer this, I'm talking to the attorney at this point. Mr. Casto, is that correct, the agreement you reached with the state?
Yes, Judge, we have reached an agreement for a $2,000 bond with a no violent contact condition.
Okay, so, I do see that there is no criminal history in this case, and while the allegations are somewhat concerning, but it appears to be an adult sibling, so, given that, I will agree to the negotiated consent bond in this case. So, ma'am, your bond. Right, it's going to be $2,000 total. It will be $1,000. Hold on, let me see what I entered. Just give me 1 minute while it refreshes. be $2,000. It will be $1,500 on the terroristic threats and $500 on the family violence battery for a total of $2,000. And you will
Apologize for a little bit of a glitch there. So we were keeping our eyes on that DeKalb County jail courtroom because we were expecting the arraignment of 22-year-old Diamante Haycoats for the killing of a pregnant mom, Shania Rodriguez. We have just learned from our crews on the ground that he is not being arraigned in this courtroom at this time, reportedly was behaving in a combative manner. So we're working to get more information on exactly how these proceedings are going to go, when exactly he is going to face a judge. But he has already been arrested, accused of the murder of 20-year-old Shania Rodriguez when she was shot and killed earlier this month. Again, her baby saved via emergency C-section. But this is a story we're going to keep following. We have a crew on the ground monitoring the latest, so keep it right here on Atlanta News First and Atlanta News First Plus as we continue following all the breaking developments. Have a great day.